Okay, so you guys had last we played. You had camped in amongst this crop of rocks on your way to the mountains. You had decided not to go back to Midden Hill Keep. Didn't think there was a reason to, so you've pushed straight on to the mountains in great haste. And after a full, long day of travel, this is where you've decided to rest. So, what do we want to do in regards to any watches or anything special at resty time?
Well, since I don't have my dark vision anymore, I would offer to take the second watch as we did before.
Yeah, I'll do my usual, taking the first round.
Yeah, because I pretty much didn't use anything that last battle. I just rolled away, so I'm not really feeling too tired. Yeah.
What's the terrain like? Is this a tree here, or is there someplace up high I can kind of?
So there's these large, large rocky areas.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple. There are a couple of kind of disheveled-looking trees. They don't have much in the way of canopy cover, but they do have branches.
Okay. I guess just whatever the highest rock point is that's close to them in this little cluster, I think.
Okay, probably at the top of here.
Okay, yeah, I'll go right there so I can see as much as I can.
All right.
Is it heavily forested, or is it pretty clear?
Oh no, I mean it is barren clear. This is all like
just making sure this is accurate.
This is all kind of like this is kind of like the flattened, rough, rugged foothills areas at the base of some mountains. So
gotcha.
Ain't a lot of shit growing here. So from here, you've got a very good, clear kind of view of all around you.
Perfect.
Yep. Okay. So you're going to do the first watch, and then Cyrano de Yum is going to take the second watch. What are we doing with Stilo? Is he sticking around?
No. I'll dismiss him.
Get out of here. Poof. Okay. Alrighty. Well, considering that here very recently a large winged creature was flying through this area, most things are not stupid enough to come wandering around out here. So you get a fairly uneventful and restful night. So, yep. You do the first watch, Cyrano does the second watch, and after that, the sun begins to rise, and all is well.
Who saw the tower, and do we know about that yet?
Me and Alekma did.
Okay, got it.
And I'm pretty sure we talked about it on our way over, right?
Yeah. Basically, way back in the far aspects, the farthest corners of the mountains, on the largest mountain spike, you had seen a small tower nestled against the side of one of the mountains. But again, it was way in the distance. So, alrighty. So, morning hath come. What do you wish to do?
So,
Nothing, apparently. So,
Everyone have a good rest?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, did you see exactly where this dragon
Oh, no.
nested?
Well, not exactly where it nested, but it went back behind that mountain castle. Is that correct, Gore?
No. It went into the mountains way, like in the first
even
part of the mountain
further
range.
Even further than the tower. Or
No, way
the
closer.
Tower.
Like where the mountain started,
gotcha. Just to make sure I have
it
that correct.
flew kind of almost right into the front of the mountain range. The tower is way back in the distance.
Yes, I mean, I saw approximately where it went. I'm assuming at the base of the mountain there might be a cave or something that it nests in. It's Alekma, would you agree with that?
We didn't see exactly where it landed, but
Yeah, but you saw the approximate area.
yeah,
You saw where it kind of
Yes.
flew down into the mountains and disappeared from view. So
I mean, it was flying double our speed easily.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, this dragon has a flight speed of about 200, and I think yours is what, 70?
Yeah.
75. So it was over
75.
twice as fast as y'all. So
I'm gonna look to Alekma and say, were you able to hit it when I saw you attack it with your spear? Did it pierce it at all?
Not really. It
grazed it.
ricocheted. Yeah, I mean it gave it a little scratch.
Wondering how invulnerable or vulnerable this dragon is.
Yes. It seemed quite tough. Even my best hits barely did anything.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mine too.
you, sir, what was that?
What
By
was
the
what?
way, we had a plan, everybody agreed the plan, and then you just decided you were going to run away?
Well, let me ask you a question. How did that plan go?
Okay, but you could have done something.
What could I have? Tell me what I could have done. I take my old short swords out. What? Look at yours, okay, and look at mine. You did nothing. What was I supposed to do?
It has eyes. You could have got up there and stabbed it in the eye, or
cut off
the thing I cut off. Okay, it had a giant thing on its tail. Okay, I dislodged it with my axe.
Now,
you could have certainly snipped away at that.
Okay, watch this. Watch this. I'm gonna get up to I'm gonna crawl over to where she was staying on the rock.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. Okay, ready.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna jump off the rock, and I'm gonna fall straight down. See, that's what I can do.
Okay.
You can fly around and reach other things.
No, you have little blinky power. You can scramble.
Well, that wasn't part of the plan either, was it?
Well, the plan was to go on top of the dragon and do some damage. And I just don't appreciate you leaving me up there alone without a word.
What was I supposed to do? I was plummeting down to the ground.
You could be like, hey, by the way, I'm not going to attack.
Yeah, that's... Well, again, I didn't have that idea until I saw everyone else's much larger, powerful weapons bounce off of it.
I changed
and
my mind.
You know what? Me being the stature I am, I'm a perfect little bite size for a dragon. And I'm falling. I'm just falling out the air.
I appreciate that you were very scared. I get it. It's a very scary monster, and you're frightened. I understand. But here's the thing.
Now I know what you're doing, and I don't appreciate it.
I want to respect your feelings. You're very terrified, and you're a little chicken. Bok, bok, bok. I get it.
That was a horrible chicken. Horrible chicken.
I really trusted you before, and then you did this, and now I don't know if we're in combat, if you're going to disappear or help me. I'm feeling a little uncertain about that, because you can't just do that. You can't just do that, Cyrano. Right? Alekma? Annie, do you agree? You can't just run away like a little scaredy cat every time it's too hard for him.
Okay, first off, to be fair, I think all of us are the perfect bite size for that thing.
Yes, correct, we are.
But I'm the cutest little bite size, though.
You're an hors d'oeuvre, yes.
Like if the dragon saw me, he'd be like, "Oh, look at that little cute." That's what he would do.
Yes, you're a little cherry tomato hors d'oeuvre. It's you. Okay.
Are you sure you are no longer ratty, like a rat? Because when you transformed, you fled the scene. So maybe you still have some of that left in you.
Fled the scene?
Maybe he skittered away like a scared little rat.
All right, I think that's enough.
Thank you.
I get what
I've got
you're
more.
saying. I get what you're saying, Britannica, but you have to also see it from Cyrano's perspective. He saw that our weapons did nothing, and he knows his weapons aren't as powerful as what we have, so he did a last-minute decision to remove himself from the situation, and that's okay.
I still feel like that was a little backhanded somehow.
Yeah,
somehow she's still got to dig in there.
Thank you for proving my point that he was a little chicken and ran away. Got it.
I'm not going to do something that's ineffective. Why would I do that?
I just want the communication that you can't just leave me high and dry out there. We had a plan. You can't abandon us.
I didn't abandon you. I didn't get eaten by a dragon.
Well, nonetheless, good job, Britannica, on getting the prosthetic off. And now we
Thank
know
you.
what it is.
Yes.
We
How
know
did
where
it get
is.
that, by the way? Do we have any idea?
What?
Do dragons normally put things on themselves like that?
No.
Why would it do that?
I mean, it's a shame we didn't get like a good look at it. We just left it in the field, but I understand we were chasing after it, so.
Yes. Well, it
Farmers
was
will attach it to
obviously-
something and use it as a colossal plow now.
Yeah, they can have it.
It'd be good for furrowing.
Well, we have a bit of a problem. In a couple of days, he did say he would come back and destroy that entire farm because of what we did. So what are we to do now?
I'm just
Do you
curious.
have an advantage? We can surprise
I mean,
the dragon somehow.
I would rather fight it on the ground, not the air. But
I
it
don't-
was pretty powerful.
Here's the thing. I don't want to fight it. I want to find out why it had that thing on its tail and what it's doing, terrorizing some random little town, letting them think it's a werven or whatever. Why? What does it
Maybe
want?
If we get close to its nest, maybe there's something there to investigate.
Yes.
Maybe there's a old wizard.
That's kind of where I'm going with it. Perhaps this has something to do with everything.
But it was suggested that the wizard's back in Gartendale.
Right, but
I
we've
don't
been
know
told the
about
wizard's
that.
been here, the wizard's been there 500 times.
525,000.
Times we've been lied
600
to.
dragons? Oh.
Oh God, please no. Or please don't. I just
mean-
think something's
In
weird
Gartland?
about that.
Okay.
I mean, the prosthetic is weird. It would be in our best interest to find out as much information as possible before trying to kill it. I do think we should eventually kill it. Correct, guys?
You all right over there, Cyrano?
Huh? Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm good. I was just saying, what if he was on a game show called, like, Pimp My Dragon? And, like, you know, they made these really cool upgrades to dragons. They went around, exhibit showed up.
Okay, well then we need to find Exhibit, is what I was going to say. Because he's probably the wizard, and we need his help.
Yeah, he is. He's a lyrical wizard, I'll tell you that.
and a car wizard as well.
Dragon wizard.
Dragon wizard. Okay. We agree then. We don't kill it, we try to investigate.
Find out what the deal is.
Yes.
I feel like that's much more of an attainable goal with this thing, yes.
Yes. Well, we know how you feel about attacking
Yes,
it.
I'm
so-
still
Yes!
confident. I'm still confident we can kill it.
Right.
as a
I
king-
am
as a
too,
king.
but I don't trust this one over here to do anything about it. We
I
can't be
think-
down a man.
I think you're all overestimating your own abilities, I think.
Excuse.
Ah,
I wouldn't.
you're funny
Thank you.
and wrong. We don't overestimate anything. We know what we're capable of.
Do we?
We're
Really
running
awesome,
with
and I'm really
with a-
good at it.
She's an actual angel from the heavens.
Uh-huh.
What is there to doubt? We got this.
Right.
That's an actual dragon from
You're the
From
chosen
here.
From
one.
this mortal plane.
uh
He's from above. And we are no spring chickens. Bob.
what?
No,
What?
that's the wrong thing.
That
Alexa.
was a bad
That's
thing.
not the right term. I mean,
That's
we're
the wrong term. The
we're-
opposite of
we're-
that.
we're special too. That's
You're
what I'm
special
trying to say.
chickens.
We're autumn chickens. We're revolved chickens.
Anyway,
Is that not
yes,
the phrase?
I agree with Cyrano that we cannot. Killing it is probably not our best choice.
Thank you.
Killing it eventually is.
I wouldn't mind killing it, but if we don't have to, and we can get out of here quicker and solve this issue faster than having to
Well,
hack away at it,
If
I'd
we
be down
don't,
for that.
in a day and a half, if we're not any closer to solving it, we need to send word to that farm to get the heck out of there. We don't want them in
They'll
the
see him
at the
coming.
farm thinking that he's coming for another cow, not them. We want to save them. No,
Yes, I guess.
you just fly back there and warn them, you know. And
Sure, if it comes to that, but we are wasting time. We need to hurry it up so we can get back to the trail of the wizard, right? Maybe we find
Agreed.
something here.
yes, between these rocks, we slept on our clue.
No, I'm talking about at the dragon nest. You're rude.
I know. I've been agreeing with you this entire time.
Well, then keep it up. Don't turn into a Cyrano.
Okay, I really think that's quite enough. I think I've explained myself and defended myself pretty admirably and obviously here.
Yes, but I slept great, so I want to poke at you. So you're just going to have to deal with it.
What does that have to do with anything?
I'm usually very grouchy and tired.
So this is you not grouchy?
Yeah,
great.
she's worse when she's when she's chipper.
All right, are we ready to ride? Or can we ride?
We can.
Horsey time?
Whatever's fastest.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll summon Stilo.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll large horsify.
I'll just wing, I think, since I'm just out here.
Okay.
That way I can have a better vantage point.
All right.
Oh, it feels so good not to get be the butt of a joke. Thank you, Christy, for going after
once.
that.
I'm sure your time is coming again. Don't
Oh,
worry.
absolutely, yeah, for sure.
We all have to take our turn.
That's true.
Okay. All right. So Annie on Stilo. And Cyrano on Elect My Horse.
Yep.
And you with wings. Okay. All right. So, Winged Wonder, do you want to fly ahead of everybody, or do you want to just kind of fly with everybody? Because this is kind of like the rough, rocky terrain, so the horses can't really gallop. So you'd have to kind of slow yourself down to kind of keep up with them, but it is your choice.
I was muted. I don't want to be too far from them, just in case something goes down.
So a little bit up and
I'll be more above them than I am away from them.
Okay,
Does that make sense?
gotcha.
So I get more
Perfect.
of a view, but I'm not too far down to just dive down to them.
Sounds good. Okay. Well, it takes you about half a day to get to where you are coming closer to the actual foothills of the mountain itself. Much further beyond here, horse travel is not a thing, because it is all going to be picking your way up through not impassable but fairly steep slopes. All of which is definitely doable, but it will be slower going, but it is not probably safe for a horse.
Okay. I mean, I would turn back to my normal self.
Okay.
Tell Stilo to run away.
Let's do that. Piss off.
Scatter.
Okay. And as I said, I mean, you can see very kind of clear places where you can start to climb and work your way through. It is initially not, as I said, not that difficult. It is, however, going to be fairly slow going. Much more so for Annie St. Clair than anybody else, I would think, because she is ironclad. What is your climb currently, Annie?
-3.
-3. Okay, yeah.
Oh boy.
So again, it is not so bad that you cannot climb, but it is definitely very tiring and very slow travel for you.
Would I be able to help her at all, or is she too heavy for me? To like float her up little bits.
I mean, you could
like,
definitely
cling
kind
on to
of.
here. And then
I mean, you could definitely like kind of hold onto her arm or like
spot her
a little bit and like take a lot of the weight off of her so that she can climb easier. And anytime she starts to slip, you can kind of like stop her and So yeah, you could definitely assist her for sure.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yep. Okay.
Help Miss Shiny get up the wall.
All right. Okie dokie. Climb then. Okay. Probably close to a full day of climbing then. By the time you get to this point, you kind of emerge up onto the first decent ledge. And, all of you by this point would definitely be pretty tired and physically exhausted.
What the what?
Roll! MTG, thank you for that. 6 months. Take your pants off, hit the hype. Thanks to the sub.
Thanks, Royal.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Pacha. Okay.
So once we're up here, we would say, so, are we close at all?
Do we know that?
You can't be that far away. You're in the region.
Do we see any dragon tracks?
Not
And
just
poops.
by
Any
looking at the
dragon
ground, no.
Any dragon poop? Does it look like really big bird poop?
Yeah, do we see cow remains? Just like
Technically, dragons are lizards,
Yeah.
so they would have that weird
Yeah, have-
poop that's kind of
Yeah,
like
the weird black and white,
black
which
at
is kind
one
of
end and then it
bird-like.
goes white to the other end. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, the
Dragon
little
poop.
nugget.
Yeah.
Yum. Yeah, do we see any bone, like cow bones or skulls?
You want to kind of have a search around this little area
Yeah.
here?
Search and a smell. I want to see if I can smell any dragon stuff.
Okay.
They
Give me some
stinky?
Yeah, so
can I
those
look
of you that wish to kind of scour the area,
On a spot for that?
you can go ahead and make a spot check.
Can I kind of get a sense of what the nature is? Like, is there any live animals scurrying around, or is it just deathly quiet?
You can
That's
make
good.
a roll for that if you wish. Knowledge nature.
Close. So close.
So close to being worse. Okay. All right. So Chris Tactics, you do find some bones. You find a lot of kind of large bones that you could only assume probably most of which belonged to birds, large birds. When I say large, not like monstrously large, but kind of like large eagle-sized bones. A few kind of feathers are scattered around here as well.
Okay.
You also find what looks like a couple of skulls that are definitely humanoid, but definitely not human. They have much more kind of produced, kind of prominent pushed-out jaws, and they have tusks that kind of poke up. Very reminiscent of orcish kind of skulls. Alekma, yeah, basically this high up, there's not really going to be much in the way of wildlife, but again, eagles' ears and stuff like that could be up here. Birds of prey may make nests up here, as is probably evidence from the bones that you see. But obviously something predatory is around here if it is able to, nobble these birds, and something killed these orcs.
Well, what do we think?
Be on guard.
Right.
Tired.
For what exactly?
Anything that wants to eat us.
Okay. You think the dragon did this? Or something else?
It seems to be the dragon goes after larger food.
Right.
I get the sense this is something else.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of fly up a little bit to see if I can see any pathway or
Okay.
cave or anything that we might want to investigate as what might be a nest. area.
All right. So you kind of up into the air. Okay. Well, the first thing is northwest of here. No, sorry, northeast of here. You can see a prominent cave entrance. It's a fairly large opening right in the side of the mountain. Not easy to get to by any normal means. In fact, it looks like it would be quite a challenge for people to climb without proper mountaineering gear. Whereas maybe Cyrano might be able to pull it off. Possibly Alekma. There's no way that Annie is climbing up there in plate mail. Just couldn't be done. However, that is not the thing that alarms you the most.
Oh, goody.
From your vantage point, you notice coming along the top of this ridge here, 3 huge lumbering insectoid creatures moving very, very slowly. Physically not stealthy, as in they're not crouched down, but they are very meticulously picking up their feet and placing them step by step to be as quiet as they possibly can. Obviously, considering the height difference, there is no way that your friends down below could possibly see these things.
Okay, I'm gonna fly back over and relay this information to them.
Okay.
I think we need to be very quiet while we're up here, obviously.
Why?
I don't know. They're being very...
Who?
The creatures up there that I just described, as I said.
Oh yes.
They're walking like this. Like
You know that we're here?
Wait,
Well, maybe they know something else is here that they don't want. You know what I mean? Like a big fish situation.
Wait. Are they
Yes.
coming towards us?
Are they coming towards?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. No. So I'm immediately just going to be like, yeah, they're coming for us. We are the prey. They're hunting us.
You think they're hunting us?
Yes.
Everybody give me
They didn't seem very hunty-y, but you might be.
That's what. Have you ever
listen
seen
check
a
for
lion?
everybody, please.
A what? A
Listen check.
Come
Come on, Oleki.
There we go.
Yeah. Look at us.
Okay.
Roll.
All of you here, kind of up above on the top, what sounds like rock, almost like rock or rubble is moving, but nothing comes rolling down the side. Like initially, you're like rockfall, but then there isn't any. But
Yeah,
you definitely heard it.
I'm readying my spear and poised to aim it up there.
Okay.
We're gonna wait for them to come down on us. I don't
They're
think that's
going to jump down at us.
There are
think we should-
rocks.
Britannica, have you ever seen a large cat in the jungle or the forest? How it crouches and sneaks towards its prey.
Gore, how
No.
tall are these mountainsides?
Well, up to the top of here,
Yeah, like where we heard the noise.
probably about 150 feet.
Ooh, okay. Is there like
Can
any
you shadow me for a
place?
second?
Can I shadow you?
Yeah.
I can.
Is
Only
there
'cause you
any
asked
place
so nicely.
along
One second.
the edge here that like I
There
can
you
kind
go.
of like duck behind?
Yeah, there's like a little alcove right here, and then there's a large boulder right here that you could definitely snuggle into either of these spots, being all super sneaky and small.
Yeah, just seeing that rock come down and be like, I got your back, tick, 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 tick. And then off I go, and I'm
of
gonna
course. Of course.
All right, give me a height check.
duck down. Oh, I just wasted a good roll. Let's see.
This is exactly what Britannica was talking about.
Okay. He disappears down into the rocks, and
How have you guys not realized that this is? I have to do this to be effective here. Like, how do you still like? Oh, there he goes running away. Like, I have to do this, and I am effective.
Yep. Okay. Right. he disappears.
Okay. Is there like a ledge here that goes down to a cliffside, like
Yep,
that I could
that
like
goes straight
kind of float down and?
Yeah, there's like a half, probably about 50 feet down here. There's like a half ledge that you could nestle down to.
Okay. Are you guys? Do we have any place that they can hide? I want to make sure Alekma and Annie have some sort of cover, and if they don't, then I'm going to stay here and.
They really don't.
Protect them. They don't.
Unless
Okay.
they're going to climb down to here,
Okay.
but that's just going to put them in a much harder and much narrower area. At least up here, they've got room to maneuver and do stuff.
All right. If you guys just stay with me, I can hide you, and we'll just slink back and let them pass. What do you think?
Oh, you're gonna do that invisibility thing?
Yes. I mean, I was going to offer to Cyrano, but as you see. So
Well-
if you just come over here.
Yeah, I'm gonna get towards Britannica,
And
Okay.
just
and I
Don't
assume
let
Annie
them
would too. I mean, she's
touch you.
All right.
So I will sphere them up.
Okay. And what is the duration on your sphere?
I believe it's an hour. Or maybe not, maybe 10 minutes.
That sounds more likely.
Sorry, I had it in my notes somewhere.
Over the rainbow.
Where did I stick that?
Want me to look it up?
I've got it pulled up. I'm just trying to scan real quick to see if it says the duration, and it does not.
Well, it should.
Duration 1 round. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at Globe of Invulnerability. What the? That's not what I wanted.
No, that's not what you want.
That's not what I want.
I think it's 8 minutes, 1 minute per level.
That makes more sense.
But yeah, that's what invisibility is, and it's like that, right?
No, I just linked the wrong chart. So
Yours is it invisibility sphere that you have?
Yeah, this spell functions like invisibility, except that the spell confers invisibility upon all creatures within
Yeah,
10 feet.
that's it. So
So,
it's one
yeah,
round
it's-
per. So 8 minutes. There you go.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you guys all vanish. Okay. And it was 1 minute per, not one round, right? Yeah.
1
good.
minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cyrano, you can feel vibrations in the rock. Like close to where you're standing.
Okay.
Kind of almost like something's knocking on a wall, but it's not a wall. Give me a, what would be a good thing for this? Give me a survival skill roll, please.
Okay.
Oh no.
13. The closest you can visualize, or the closest you can think, is something is moving in your direction, but it is in the rock.
Okay.
Like something's coming, like moving through the rock itself.
Okay. And then I want to try to so you said there's a little area back here instead, right?
There's like a little alcove right there. Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of difference between the two.
I
But
want to make the lightest steps possible into that direction.
okay, move silently. That's what it's for.
Oh, can we see Cyrano from where we are?
Yeah.
Because he's hiding,
You'll
right?
see him when he comes up out from behind the rock,
Oh, that was all.
and then
That's what makes it
tiptoes
good.
very,
It's
very
right there.
cautiously and
you see
tucks
it?
himself
It was
away
hovering.
in this little alcove.
It was hovering.
It was like 20.
Do I want to be?
Okay, I still rolled a
denied.
23. So
Yeah. So as I see
Okay.
this, I'm gonna say to Annie and Britannica, it's like, what is he doing?
I don't know.
can I hear them say that?
Think
Well,
so.
depends how quietly they're speaking.
I mean,
I mean, they are
sort of
they're
quiet.
80 feet
We're all
away,
huddled up
70
with
feet
them.
away.
Okay. I don't know. So I'm gonna kind of like, as I'm like very tiptoeingly like going away, I'm gonna look back and not see them, but I'm just gonna go. like around, like be quiet.
Yeah, I'm gonna look up and see if I see anything coming down the cliff.
You cannot. However, after about 4 or 5 minutes,
Is there?
Oh,
Go
no,
ahead.
go
sorry, I
ahead.
was gonna- is there like a rock or something below me that I can pick up?
Yeah, there'll be small rocks and pebbles all over the place. Sure.
Yeah, I want to pick up the biggest rock I have and essentially throw it in this direction.
Okay. You hurl it over there like.
Throw it towards us.
Not towards you.
I know you don't know where we are.
Yeah.
Oh well, I mean, I'm not in the direction I just came from, obviously.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
so
want
you're
to
gonna
throw something
chunk it.
over there.
Okay. Just kind of like toss it. Are you trying to make it like go off the edge, or are you just trying to like toss it onto the
No,
side?
no, I'm trying
there?
to toss it to make noise.
Okay. Yeah. Gotcha. So you're gonna kind of toss it high so that it
Yes.
comes
yes,
down
yes,
loud.
yes.
Okay. All right. Well, you continue to feel the vibrations, and they're getting stronger. You can't feel exactly where they are. It's not like so precise that you know where, but you know it's in that wall behind you. Not necessarily even right behind you.
Okay.
But probably it could be from anywhere, from like anywhere in this range here.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So, there's something I mean, these context clues and the fact that we fought the ant kegs, can I use my divine survival instinct to discern? Because we saw insects literally burst from the ground.
You did.
Oh yeah, we know that those are the same
Botanic-
things, or
well, not
what
that
I
the-
know?
Well, okay.
They did not look the same.
Okay.
But
So I would've-
she did say they were insects to me.
They looked insectoid-ish. They had huge, big, bulbous eyes and like big claws.
Right. And they were above, crawling towards us, but we don't see them on the thing, and Cyrano's acting weird, like he's experiencing something.
Uh-huh.
So I want to see if I can divine, I guess, if it's gonna like burst out from the cliffside and grab him while we're just standing here watching. Because I mean, I have a sense I know what's happening.
You want to
but-
divine specifically that if he's likely to be grabbed, or
Yeah, pretty, like
He about to be
put my
snapped.
hand to the ground, sense if I could feel the vibrations in the ground myself. Kind of, even though we are far away, I get that. But all these context clues are, Alekwa's not, she doesn't feel good about it. It's like,
sure. Are you using an ability? Are you using any of your special
yeah,
powers?
I want to use my special powers with my hand on the ground, because Alekwa has I have a hunch basically, and I want to ensure that I'm correct. That's kind of what I'm
None
getting.
shudder me now.
Okay. Could you? I would say yeah, you can use it, and you want to do it on survival skill then.
Ooh, no, but it's not. I guess I can't do it on survival skill. I'll just do my survival because I don't. That divination is for nature check. I mean, like knowledge checks, not necessarily survival. So.
Well, I mean, you could use it on knowledge nature. Same difference.
Okay. Well, that'll. I mean, there's
Yeah, yeah. If it's more, yeah, because you're kind of discerning, so you add your plus to it. 34. Okay.
Yeah.
So with your divine insight, it is very probable that something that can burrow through rock probably does have abilities like tremor sense and things like that. It is impossible to know whether or not it's going to grab Cyrano. Is it possible that it will appear directly from the rock behind Cyrano and attack him? Absolutely.
Okay. That's. I guess that's.
But based on everything you're thinking of, yes, you're expecting that whatever this is, those things burrowed down into the rock and are probably coming in your direction.
All right. So, pretty much immediately, I'm gonna stand up from with my hands on the ground, and I'm gonna shout, "Cyrano, away from the cliff now!" as loud as I can.
Okay. That doesn't make you invisible. I mean, it doesn't make you visible because it's just. So you're still invisible. Okay. Cyrano, upon hearing that from somewhere over here, what do you want to do?
I'm just gonna. I guess I'm just gonna quietly try to step away from the wall.
Okay, where do you want to try to quietly step to?
Just straight out like this. Why is that not working for me now?
Okay.
Alt, right?
I was.
You were?
So like to hear?
Like out this direction, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, put yourself where you want to be. Bearing in mind that right there is the edge.
Oh, okay, then how about here? How about that? Is that good?
Off
well,
the map?
let me see.
No, I'm over here. I'm over here.
No,
Sounds
well,
about
I
right.
mean...
No, I'm kidding. I'm right there. I was kidding, but I just meant I was.
No, but you
really
have an
sad.
ability that could almost do that.
I know, I do,
So,
but I'm not using it yet.
You know,
Not
okay.
until I know what is going on.
All
I
right.
sort of
Well,
move away from
after
the wall,
about
then.
5 minutes, yes, indeed, you start to see initially kind of right here. You see rock start to break out as a large, hideous, bulbous thing breaks free from the rock.
Oh,
Shortly afterwards, another busts out
oh,
here.
I have memories of
And
this.
another busts out here.
Shit, man.
Now, before I make any assumptions, Cyrano, once you got over there, what were you going to do?
I was still gonna try to like hide myself.
So you
obscure
kind of
myself.
lay flat or try to...
something.
Okay,
I still
give me a
want
hide
to
roll
be.
then.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm assuming you wouldn't have just gone there and gone,
And just stood there like, oh, what now? Like next direction voice? No.
Press and
speak to
drag
me,
into
oh
the map?
gods! Should
Yeah,
I leap
no,
now?
Thank you.
Okay, so you're going to kind of like lay flat, and there is a slight slope here, so maybe you're kind of
Yeah.
like laying flat face down on the slope.
Yeah, like on the other little side here, like that. Like,
Yeah, so you're not
kinda
like all the way down, but just
Yes.
nestled on the edge. Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Alrighty. That sounds good. All right. So we at here. Right. So these things are about 8 foot tall. They're about 5 foot wide. They must weigh somewhere between 800 or 900 pounds. They're huge and hulking. Where they came through the rock, it wasn't like a clear tunnel. Like there's no... It's like they just were chomping their way through and throwing the rock behind them. Almost like a worm moving its way through the earth. So there's no real tunnel behind, just a lot of debris and rock that's kind of discarded and thrown to the side behind them. Okay. When they first emerge, they stop. And they're like... turning their heads, and you see their feelers kind of doing this, like tweaking to see in different directions, like they're trying to sense something. Clearly they haven't seen anything, but they're trying to pick up senses. What's everybody doing?
I'm gonna look at Alekma, and I'm gonna pick up a rock, and just show it to him and be like, like as far down the other path as we can, like point. Just try to lead them away. I don't know if that shouldn't break the spell, I don't think. But I know that if throwing something out of it will...
No,
as
I
long
don't
as it
think
is
so.
not any kind of deliberate attack. If you threw it at
Yeah, no.
something, that would be different. But if you just like discard it, the second the rock leaves the sphere, it will become visible.
Right.
But
Yeah, so
But
I'm
yeah.
going to
if she-
copy Cyrano
what-
then and go
What
ahead.
if she throws it like at an ant? Doesn't that count as an attack?
only if she was
An ant?
deliberately trying to hurt the ant.
If my mark is
If
that
it
good,
accidentally hits the ant.
it's like accidentally killing ants. You piece of shit. Do that to me. Yeah, so I'm gonna look at them and be like,
my part. Okay, so show me where you want
See
to
if
throw the
they-
rock.
they give me approval. Well, it's like as off the map as I can go, so I don't know how far I can throw
Like
something.
this way or this way?
That way. Wait, what goes off that map? Like where I want to lead them away, so I want it to go in
Well,
a
I
way
mean
that they would.
yeah, it carries on along here a little further and then hits the side of this cliff. So this is more like just a ledge here.
Yeah.
And then if you throw it that way, of course, it goes off the ledge and down into this big ravine here.
Okay. I'm gonna look at them like.
Don't know that you can see each other, can you?
Oh, we should be able to. I thought we could.
Okay. Actually, you can, can't you? Yes, you can.
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Agreed
like
to go
this.
off into the ravine.
I guess, yeah, sure.
Is that where you're pointing to? Annie, are you agreeing with me? Okay.
Throw it
I'm just
towards
gonna
Cyrano.
go and hike it as hard as I can past.
Okay, in that
Cyrano.
direction.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see. How far is that? Yeah, I mean, you can hurl a. I mean, you could hurl. I mean, if you really kind of and lob a rock, you're strong.
Hold on. I don't know if I want to throw it towards him though. It makes me nervous.
If
Sorry,
you
is that
throw it
too
this
meta?
way, it's gonna just hit the.
The
It's gonna
edge.
hit the base of the.
Okay, so it's going to be
Wall
more
there.
productive if I go off the edge.
So either way, it's like hits the side of the rock here, and they all rush over this way.
Right.
Or it goes off the edge here, and they all rush over here to take a look.
Yeah. I want that. So I'm going to throw it towards the edge.
Okay. Yep. I'm assuming. Are you trying to throw it clear over the edge, or are you trying to make sure it hits the ground before it goes over the edge?
I want them to hear it kind of skip off.
Okay,
the
yeah.
edge,
So you want to like aim for it to
they'll
hit
follow
here, and
it.
then let its momentum. Right. Well, as soon as the rock hits, immediately they scutter and clatter in this direction.
It's so terrifying for Cyrano. Just running at him.
Like what? Okay. Yep.
Can't see me.
Oh shit. We just killed Cyrano.
No.
And they are all like. Well, Cyrano has a 28 hide check. So that's a thing. And let's see. These things do not have any particular skills in spot. So they're not actually aware of Cyrano at this point in time. They kind of come over and like you see him like look around where the rock hit. And then they like peer down the ravine. And then after probably another minute of looking, they turn around and like start to skitter back along this way. But again, not like they're actually moving in any direct direction towards any of you. Anyone wish to do anything? Or are you just going to kind of hold your actions?
Yeah, I'm trying to discern what Annie's doing.
She wants us to throw again? I'm gonna like gesture for her to do it, like. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna pick up another rock and I'm gonna throw it, I guess, the other direction and see what happens.
Go this way?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I mean, immediately they will scurry over here and start looking around. And now it's noticeable that they're becoming frustrated as they're kind of like stomping around and like they know something's here, but they can't see it, and it's starting to agitate them.
I'm gonna look at Alekma and be like,
Lemmings.
Just giving her this look like. Are there any bird bones around us?
The bird bones were just kind of like loosely scattered up on this ledge here.
So I'm just gonna go like. I'm gonna point at the bones. Like,
all right, can I find a bigger rock somewhere around me? Like a good boulder.
I mean, something that isn't the size of what you could hurl that far, you mean? I mean, obviously, the bigger the
something-
rock, the
Not like
harder
a
it is
huge,
to...
but like a good, like a brick-sized one that I could probably still get over that ledge again.
Over this ledge?
Yeah,
I
back
mean,
to
yeah,
the
you
other
can get a
side.
fairly large rock and
All right, this time I'm gonna throw it, and I'm gonna throw it like I'm throwing it over the edge to let it clank down.
Okay, so you want it to like down towards the bottom. Okay. Yep. Once again, as soon as that hits and they start hearing feeling the vibrations, they rush over there, and again they stop.
I'm gonna throw another rock over them again.
You can like lob over the top.
Down the thing.
Okay. They're not dumb. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna make a dice roll here. 1d20. If it is 11 or under, they're smart enough to realize that it is probably not a thing. If it is over that, then something else may happen. Let's see. 13. Okay. What ends up happening is they all kind of look at each other, and you can start hear like clicking sounds, like they're communicating. And then this one, you see him go, and he starts burrowing into the ground and starts disappearing down into the rock. There are now only 2 of them here.
I'm going to give Britannica a thumbs up.
Alright, then I'm just gonna be like, come on, and like slowly walk towards them so that we can basically launch a
Move silently rolls, please.
surprise attack.
If you guys are going to move.
not moving.
You're not gonna move? Okay.
I'm not
Well, I have to
moving
move.
either. I'm too loud.
Well, that's fine, because if she moves after 10 feet, y'all are visible, so...
Yeah, so
That's
what do you
fine.
want to do?
So you either move with her or you don't.
Okay, I'm gonna charge one of them then and let them do what they're gonna do.
Yeah,
Okay, so
I'm
you're
gonna-
just going to charge one?
I'm going to cast a spell as she's charging.
Okay. All right. Well, it sounds like you can actually reach one, I think, in... What is your movement, your normal movement rate?
Normal movement is
Or mine would be 50.
50.
Okay, you can't quite get to one then with a charge.
Damn it. Okay, I'm gonna sneak up then.
In that case, yeah, you're going to have to do a move silently roll.
Okay.
That'll be your move silently versus their tremor sense.
Well, I'm flying. Will they be
Oh,
able
well,
to-
if you're flying, then...
Yeah, I'm just
Then you
hovering.
can
I'm
get
just like.
there.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to fly over there, then that's totally
yeah,
different.
duh.
Yeah, you're not going to
Yeah,
make
then I
any
have
vibrations
75.
at all, so...
And I can still charge because I have 75 to fly.
If you fly, then yes, you can.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Ooh, nice.
All right. So I guess everybody go ahead and roll initiatives, because let's see what's going to happen here. Because I'm curious to see what we're doing. That's nice, Annie. I like that.
Oh, I don't like that.
Ooh, me neither.
Lekma with a 17. But damn, Cyrano, that's low for you, buddy.
Yeah, it is. That's okay. I don't mind not going first.
He has no intentions of
You're good
going
over there.
first.
I'm not
Anyway.
running in there like, ha ha!
It's okay,
hanging
man.
out.
Just use your fortune point and reroll, you know? Oh, different game. I miss Warhammer sometimes.
And let's see what their initiatives are. All right. So effectively, this would be like a surprise round, surprise attack, because they're not going to be aware of it, and nobody else. So Alekba, what are you doing?
I am casting Flame Strike right in the between them, so I can hit them both.
Okay, so you're going to drop a flame strike. Britannica. So the second you do that, visibility is going to apply anyway.
I'm well aware.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. 1 second. Here we go. Okay. So then let's go in order. So Alekma, you're dropping a flame strike. Okay.
Yes.
As soon as he does that, the invisibility has disappeared. Alright, the spell deals 26 points of damage, half the damage for fire damage. I'm going to rule that they're not going to try to avoid that, because they're not going to know it's coming. Just because the mechanic says it applies, doesn't always mean it should apply. A reflex save to dodge something you're aware of is one thing. To suddenly get a weird spidey sense that, ooh, there might just be a sudden blast of energy from the heavens when they're looking down specifically, I don't think that's going to apply. So, okay, flame strike. And the cylinder's 10-foot radius. You want to drop it? Let's see.
Pretty much like between them. That was the idea.
Yep, you can do that. Okay, that will do 26 points of burny cut damage to 2 of those. Okay. The second that you see that column of holy light blast down, or a natural flame, sorry, the 3 of you are now visible. Cyrano, do you wish to act, or do you want to hold your action?
No, I'm holding until they are busy with other things.
Okay, well, straight after that, they're charging at the group.
Okay. That's fine.
They have not got a very good move, so they're going to get to here with a full move. You want to still hold your action, or do you wish to do anything?
Yeah, as soon as they start charging, then I am going to start getting behind them as quietly as I can.
Alright, give me a move silently. Again, this is not against their vision. This is against their
Right.
They have good listen, but they also have this tremor sense.
It's
So.
their sense. Oh, I figured that out pretty quick.
Okay. All right. And
Oh boy.
yeah, okay. So they will be aware, or at least one of them will be aware that you're sneaking up. But that's okay.
Okay.
All right, Britannica. So you were airborne and you fly. You're flying to meet them. Which particular one do you want to wade into?
Looks like one of them's bigger, so I'm gonna go for that one.
Okay.
This guy up here. So I'm gonna go a zoop. And was that enough movement to use a full attack, or do I need to do just a one?
Let's think. That's more than 5 feet, so that will mean only one. Yes. Get in there. A solid strike from your axe that will do 25 points of damage, cracking the carapace along the side of one of their mighty claws. Okay. Annie.
Right. I'm going to move 30 feet. Right here.
Okay. So you want to kind of try to slip in the side of it to try to help get a flank? Tactical position? Okay.
Alright, yeah. So
and as long as you don't
here.
move more than 30, I think you can still make an attack, my dear.
I will attack with surrender.
And you will get flanking because
Hooray.
Britannica has already engaged.
Awesome. Attack in the rear.
Ooh.
Oh, 19.
Oh.
Ooh, still good.
Okay. 34. And what's that, a 20?
Take that!
Nope. But
Did I
that
crit?
is still quite pleasant.
Was that a crit or something?
And it will confirm as a crit, so that's 17 points, and that's the same one.
Nice.
Well done.
All right. You slide in behind that one and jam your scimitar between two of the large chitinous plates on its back, and kind of like you start to see a dark brown ichor start to kind of flow down from where the wound was created.
It's bleeding.
Okay, right, so Cyrano, you're moving up, so as you rush forward, this one will hear you coming and will spin around. You can choose to continue to go and attack it, or you can choose not to. It is your choice. Because, I mean, the second you're sneaking, so you're not rushing blindly at it.
Right.
So as you're sneaking forward, when you suddenly see this thing, like, turn its torso and look at you, you can either rush forward and stab, or you can be like, or whatever.
Yeah, oops, I don't have this rat key sensor. Let me edit that real quick. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to
zoom in a bit for chat, because I don't visualize this fight going in a much wider area than this.
Yeah, we're gonna keep it pretty compact here, I think. Well, let me ask you this, Gore. Am I able to continue to this one here? Because everybody's beating up on that one. Am I able to walk here to get into striking distance without leaving his area?
So as long as you won't be leaving his range, no. So you can do that.
That's what I would do. I mean, I would see him like, and I'd look over and see the back of the other one and just go, and still go for.
Yeah,
him
I mean,
instead.
they're both side by side, so you can definitely do that.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Okay.
I'd still go for the one with. I see a back, I'm stabbing it. That's just kind of what I do. I assume only one attack on this one.
Yes, because you moved.
Okay.
That's a hit, and it's enough to finish it off because it only had 3 hit points left.
Yeah!
Yay, you did something!
Once again,
I
Cyrano
always
proves
do
his
something.
quality, but I mean, you've got your backstab damage to come on top of that. So
Woohoo!
roll it so we can see how much
how
damage you do,
much?
and then you can take
Sure.
that into account as you describe how you eviscerate this creature.
Sure. Let's see. It's where's my backstab? 46.
Another 17. So you're going to do 21 damage, which is pretty significant. So yeah, how do you want to kill this thing?
Yeah, so it's just gonna be just this really precise. Like I kind of move my sword through its carapace armor and just kind of get it right in the gutty works.
Like,
just a
drive
real
it up
simple
and
shot.
wiggle it about a bit.
Yeah, wiggle it about, and as soon as it drops and I can see Britannica standing in front of me, I'm just gonna take my short sword and just kind of, I'm gonna flip it in the air like it's like a cool move, but then a bunch of bug guts are gonna be like whirlwinding around and catch it and kind of with little bug guts and stuff stuck in my lip a little bit.
I love it.
Alrighty. Well, that's one dead. Alekma, you're up.
I am wielding my spear, and I'm going to do a charge attack at the back of this one that turned around on me.
Okay.
Gonna go, "Rrrr."
You get there's no flanking because nobody else is threatening this one.
Makes
But
sense.
you won't need it. Charge in there with Obsidian's flank and give it a pokey.
Charge is a +2, right? So I do get.
You get +2 to hit, yeah.
Oh,
Ooh, it is a 20.
Don't count that one. I'll just roll.
What?
Right,
What?
because
Why?
Wait.
Wait, what?
no, because the macros were a little messed up, weren't
The
they?
20 counts. Yes.
Well, I did
works,
roll
all right?
20. No, but I'm talking about the
The
crit.
second crit.
Although
it's
it
not
is
28?
2d6.
That's crit damage.
I mean, it is. I don't know, Gore. You tell me. 'cause
Okay, well, the to hit
it's a hit.
Natural 20!
that is a natural 20, so When you said don't count that one, I was like, okay.
No, but remember the crit damage.
Yeah,
was
but you
silly
didn't
with
specify.
Right.
Because of the crit damage. Okay, and guess what? 4 people voted for you.
McDonald's for everyone.
Wow, that's right.
So Shaggy owes McDonald's 2, Celio, Samarif, Prepper Jack, and Paladin. There you go.
Woohoo!
Hit Shaggy up. Get your Mackie D's. I mean, he's probably only going to let you order off the dollar menu, but still. I recommend everyone get a 4
for everyone.
Okay, and it is a crit.
Right.
So you did
Nice.
15 damage.
And it's a 2d6 weapon with a ×3 modifier. That's
So let me see. So
so.
it did 5 plus. The 2d6 plus 3. I'm gonna see how this works. So 5.
Yeah, no, it you know.
Well, I'm looking at the first. I'm looking at the first number first.
Right, it was 5 plus 2 plus, you know, my strength bonus plus it's a special weapon, so it's like a +3 as well. I mean, so that
So
does add up.
That is correct. Okay, and then this one.
I did roll 2 6s.
Right. Yeah. So that's what I'm looking at. So the crit damage would have been an additional 2. So it's 2d6, but it's ×3. So.
Yes.
Yeah, it's still not calculated right.
So should I just roll like 4d6 because that's 2d6 at the ×3, or is that times? I don't know. I think that
It should have just done. Yeah, I mean, what it should be doing. I mean, a normal crit, right? You get to basically add the damage again, which is so it's ×2. This you're adding the damage of the dice twice.
right.
So
So
really,
it's-
you should be rolling 4d6 for the damage.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'll roll 4d6.
Well, you rolled. I'll tell you this: you've got 2 6s on that roll, so I'll let you keep those.
So just another 2d6.
So do another 2d6 and add that to 12. Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Well,
Damn.
there you go.
Okay.
Nice.
So it's 21 plus the 15, the 36.
Nice.
Okay.
All right, there you go. Not a bad stabby stab. Okay. Good
I
deal.
never roll 20s, so it's like I never roll crit, really.
No, it's
so.
always a 19. But some weapons crit on a 19. So.
No.
All right. It is the thing's turn to attack. Well, it would have tried to hit Cyrano, but seeing as something nasty just stabbed it in its back, it's going to spin around, and its attention is going to be on you.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. All right. Snap, snap with 2 of its huge claws. First one, and the second one. The first one's a hit. Is the second one?
Yeah, both are.
They are? Okay.
Unfortunately, yes.
All right. So the 2 claws, it's 44 plus 12. Okay. So from the claws, you will receive a total of 24. And then will attempt to bite you with its mandibles. Which will also hit.
Yep.
For another 13, so that
Ouch.
is 31 total damage. No, it isn't. 24, 37 total damage from this thing.
Wow.
Yeah, they bite
Glad
hard.
it wasn't me.
They hit hard. They're big, hulking, colossal, 800-pound beasties.
Yes. Ouch.
Okay, yeah. Fun for fun, fun, fun. Okay,
ouch.
Cyrano, you're up next.
Yeah, I'm full attacking this thing.
Okay, go for it. Honestly, I'm gonna say you can get a backstab on this.
Okay.
For two reasons. One, because it just received excruciating pain and is full focused on what hit it. You didn't actually attack this one.
No.
So even though it knows you're back there, this thing is like, you're an afterthought at this point. So I would say in this instance, it wouldn't get a dex bonus against you, and you have flanking. Both of those things would be considered rules for grounds for potentially getting one. And with it not knowing you're there, I will totally allow you to backstab it.
Okay. So,
if you want.
Yeah, no, I do. Shag. So I do full attack on the shadowy slice, because I do essentially 3, right?
Uh huh.
So how would I use that macro for that?
Full attack on Shadow Slice, and then a single attack with your daggers. Because the macros are already calculated to account for the minuses.
Right. Okay, got it.
So you do a full attack with Shadow Slice.
Yep. And
single attack with a dagger.
The second. Yep, I got it.
Ooh.
There you go. Oh man!
Oh boy.
They all missed. Sorry.
Yikes. Wow, those are real low rolls.
That's unfortunate. Those were terrible rolls.
Wow.
And the second one, unfortunately, is a fumble.
Well, I'm covered with the bug guts, so I'm like...
That's why.
Yeah.
Okay, bad form. Your full
eye,
positioning on the attack puts you in a bad spot. You have to recover, and we'll move one place down on the initiative order next turn. That means you just go after Brit. Okay, but it's now Britannica's turn.
Okay. Then I'm going to turn to this new friend of mine and go for a hit.
You haven't got to move far, so you can make a full attack.
Perfect. And do I get a flank with the position I'm in, or
no? You'd have to have something over here to get a flank.
Okay.
Gotta be across the plane from you.
Okay. Thinking about it?
It always takes so long.
The full attack always takes so long. I'm just winding up.
It has a million different things to calculate.
That's not the full attack.
Wait, what did I do?
Something wrong.
Oh, I hit no again at the end. I hate that.
Ignore it. Just do it again.
Okay.
We'll ignore that one.
You gotta make sure you say full attack yes.
I know, I just get to click in, and then I... every time.
Macros.
I always remember to ask. I never remember to hit the right
Macros
button.
are useful, but they're a pain in the ass as well.
So stupid. Thinking. If I did it again, could you imagine?
That's so funny.
I'd just sign off. I'd be like, I'm done.
The gym, that is correct, but we do something slightly different. Because I compensate by allowing him to backstab with both of his primary weapons, which normally you can only backstab with one. So that's the reason why he can do a lot more damage. Why doesn't yours roll the damage as well?
Ooh, Christie's, it did. I see it.
Did it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
17
it did.
for
Sorry,
the first
it
hit
is.
and 23.
23.
Let's see. First one's a hit for 17. And that will kill it.
Oh, okay.
How do you want to end this one?
So I am going to step through and lob its head off. And as I do, I'm going to kick its body out of the way and let it, like, crash onto Cyrano.
What? What,
It's like-
the body or the head?
Like all the goo and stuff.
Oh,
Like,
you just want some of the crap to splatter on you.
I want to
As close to the edge as it is, it probably will just fall down and crumble and crash down into the ravine
Okay,
here.
then he can get the head mess then.
Yeah, you can have some blood just so that she's happy. Okay.
Your catch.
Okay. Those two are dead. There was one more that you know disappeared down into the rock about here.
Well,
What do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna cast a spell and heal myself a little bit.
Okay.
Because I said ouch and I meant it.
17. Okay.
No.
Go.
Your natural energies revitalize your well-being.
I'm gonna go trot over to see if and look down the hole that I made to see if it's coming back.
Well, it doesn't make a hole. It kind of bores through the rock, and the rock just kind of turns to almost like gravel below it. So it just kind of fills in. There's like a little divot there, really, more than anything else.
Stand ready right here.
You're very quiet all of a sudden, Jane. Don't know why.
Yeah. Boop.
Nope, you're fine now.
I'm gonna stand. I'm gonna stand here, ready to attack, just in case.
Okay, if it comes back up the same way, sounds good.
Yeah.
Around.
All right, what's everyone else want to do?
I'm gonna float up a little bit, kind of in the middle of them, because I'm not sure where it's gonna come from. So I kind of want to be at the ready.
Okay. Wing poised, ready to swoop down. What about the other two? What do you used to do? Yeah, Umber Hulks would make.
I like what you're. I was waiting now. I'm talking over you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna kind of be underneath Britannica with my spear ready.
Okay. And Cyrano.
I'm going to. I'm gonna come over here and stand next to Annie.
Okay. All right. As you poise and wait. Well, it is not probably about another 3 or 4 minutes before you start to feel vibrations in the ground. And where all the gravel was in the kind of divot, you can see it start to bounce. Like the little bits of gravel are like bouncing in the hole. And then out of that hole, it begins to emerge, taking the path of least resistance back up. But you two are kind of both here, so I would give both of you an attack of opportunity on this thing.
Ooh, nice.
As it sticks its head out. Because you're basically just waiting there for something to appear.
Whack-a-mole.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, whack a Hulk.
Aha!
Alright, Simino, you give it a poke for 3.
Victory.
Annie, hit it once for 9. Okay.
Big damage
But
dealers
you're
out
like
here.
just bouncing against its head.
Gotcha.
Thump thump.
Great
Okay,
job, Cyrano.
and with that,
yeah, we
now we will
did
go
good.
to initiative. So, Alekma.
I'm throwing my spear at it
Okay.
from afar,
Earl Obsidian's flight. Whoosh.
and I say "we" as I throw it. Oh God!
That's why.
Oh,
we
that's
should-
Jumbo.
I shouldn't say "we" anymore.
No,
No,
Say
we. Wrong we.
A 1.
Oh shoot! Yeah, I stab Annie in the back.
No.
She dies.
19 was rolled. You left yourself open. Your opponent will get +1 on his to hit on his next attack.
Sorry, Annie.
Of course, well, it only applies to you, so
okay. That's
fortunately, yeah,
Could
he
you
can't
imagine?
get better from your mistake, right?
Yeah.
You can leave yourself open, but it doesn't transfer to Annie or to Cyrano, so that's okay.
Not unless I pray to Alona.
And it doesn't look like he's probably going to attack you this turn anyway.
Yeah.
All right, Cyrano, your normal attack.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go for it. It's all I can really do at this point.
Better than none, barely.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much.
Well, and this is the other reason why I. Oh.
Okay.
Oh, Cyrano.
There's another fumble in there, but 2 hits. So,
Well.
so let's see. We have to find out what the fumble says, before we count the third hit.
Yeah. Ooh, it's still 21 then.
-4 on your next attack. 21, so it still hits. Yes.
Yes.
Hey. Nice.
So that's 5 plus 6, 11, 12, 15 damage. That's pretty good for
Ooh.
For you.
I
regular
missed.
melee.
I missed on the fumble. Just to be honest, score. It should only be 9, right?
Oh, that's right. You're right. It should be 9.
Oh, man.
You're right. But hey,
Just being honest.
Still a high hit for him.
Yeah, I'll take
hey.
it.
Well, that unfortunately is the thing. 3.5 rogues in open melee are not all that, which
Yeah.
is one of the reasons why I don't have a problem with letting them double shank in a backstab. I just think
Yeah.
that it fits the same and it makes sense. Okay, so Britannica. Oh no,
Yeah.
actually it's its turn.
No.
So it's going to throw 1 claw attack at Annie. Here's one for Annie. It'll hit. Here's one for Cyrano. And it will hit Cyrano.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah,
well.
So let's roll the damage for those first. And we'll see who the lucky devil is that gets them all. Alright, Annie.
Yeah.
Okay, it reaches up with its massive claw, comes clashing down against you, will do 9 points of damage. You bring your shield up in time, but the sheer force of the blow from this ginormous thing just sends painful vibrations down your arm. Cyrano. Alright, 11 points. It lunges forward, you kind of twist and turn like a twisty-turny thing to avoid being grabbed by the claw, but the side of it kind of like smashes into your arm, issuing a very solid bruise, and the top of your arm kind of tingles and begins to feel numb. Alright, 1d4. 1 or 2 is Annie, 3 or 4 is Cyrano. Annie! You are the proud recipient of this thing's attempt to bite.
I won something.
You did it.
And it will bite you. It will bite you, you see? Its mandibles lash out. And will graze your upper shoulder as they almost clamp down, missing your neck narrowly, doing 13 points of damage.
My neck.
Now it is Britannica's turn.
Yes. All right, I'm going to zoom on over above Annie's head
Over
and take this
in the face.
right out.
This thing is a glass cannon, right? Against these things they are. I mean, uh-oh.
SpaghettiOs!
Natural 20!
Did I do it?
You did. And
You crit your pants!
I got it!
Nice.
you crit it.
The first one, no.
Alrighty.
Wow, that's a lot of damage.
So 24 plus 22 crit. 46. Okay, it's still alive, but that was one hell of an axe whack.
Oh my.
Wow.
As you bring it crashing down on its shoulder, and it opens up a huge big crack from the top of the shoulder halfway down across the breastplate, as yet again thick brown gooey ichor begins to slide down from the open wound. Annie St. Clair, you are up. I'm just going to move you a little bit so we can see Annie.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's see if I can go for the kill shot. Alright, full attack with Serenity's Fury. Let's go for Heart
Get
Therapy.
it?
Yep, both of those will hit. Doing a total of 19, and that will kill it. How do you want to take it out?
Oh, I stab it. It's right on the edge, right?
Uh-huh.
So I stab it and then push one more time, and then as it falls off my sword, it goes.
Little buggy mandible.
Real bug-like, yeah. Yeah, that, exactly like that.
There, and that's dead at the bottom.
And then when it hits the bottom, its legs go like, you know what I
Yep,
mean? Like
it curls up like a little
dead
ball.
spider. Yeah.
One little
Alrighty.
twitch. Wait.
Okay, the 3 Umber Hulks are destroyed. As you breathe a sigh of relief.
Ouch. I'm gonna go
Is
sit
everyone
down.
okay, or?
Yeah, I'm
Feeling great.
I'm gonna heal again with the light wounds because I am still hurt.
Okay.
Shabooty. Hey.
For 11 points of natural remedy. A little bit of helastics.
Yeah, and I just heal myself up back to full using my own healing touch ability.
You absolutely can.
Go into prayer for a little
If you have
while.
enough points, yeah. Spend as many of those points as you wish.
Light emanates from my whole body.
Oh.
You hear a song.
Okay. How much damage did you take?
Took 22 damage.
Okay, so you're going to basically suck up 22 of that holy, delicious energy. Mm-hmm. Okie dokie. Cool.
Okay.
Britannica didn't get whacked, so...
I'm all
Alrighty.
good.
Spectacular! What's up, buddy? Thank you for that. Take your pants off. Hit the high.
Months. So, how do those compare to a dragon?
Those are bugs.
They're not dragons. That's how they compare.
Right, but it hurt real bad.
Right. So imagine having a dragon bite you.
Do you
not
think
gonna let
his
that happen.
nest is like? Do you think he can fly around in his nest? I wonder how big it's gonna be.
I don't know enough about dragons to know that.
Did I get time before those things appear to tell them what I had seen as far as the cave entrance up there, and that the size of it would be...
I don't think you did, because you came down and you were more about telling them the
They can
danger
come in, yeah.
above. So I don't think you got to that
Okay.
part yet.
So when I saw that hole, was it like dragon-sized, or was it like a little bear cave? You said it was sizable.
I
But...
mean, it was a sizable cave entrance. These things could have gotten in and out of there.
Okay, but not enough for...
But,
A dragon.
I mean, the dragon couldn't have walked in and out with its wings outstretched, but considering dragons can put their wings way, way back, it's probable. I mean, you saw the dragon. It could probably fit in there.
Okay. Okay, well, there is a cave up there. It's going to be very difficult to get to. We're going to have to climb. I don't think Annie's going to be able to do it on her own, but...
I mean,
I could take my armor off. It's okay.
we could. I mean, I could turn into a spider again and climb with you hanging.
Like put her in a little web and carry her up.
Wait, what?
A little cocoon web.
I mean, if it's necessary, sure.
You're
mean,
gonna wrap me up in
What is
spider
your
silk?
strength?
My strength is
No, sorry, Britannica's.
Mine?
Yeah.
Um,
You're stupid strong, aren't you?
I am stupid strong. 26? Oh, I have a temp. I have a temp on me from last game.
Yeah,
Sorry,
that ain't 26 normally.
Oopsie, sorry. 22.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Okay.
Forgot you gave me that little buff.
Okay.
So you were cheating that fight. See? Now, see, that's why I don't like you being like, oh, Cyrano doesn't hit for extra damage. Let me just put an extra buff on my
Okay,
stats
so I...
here. Why aren't you hitting for
you actually
800
probably
damage,
didn't
I hit
Cyrano?
that
less
heavy all
damage,
the
but,
time.
Little wuss.
You know I hit that hard all the time, so...
Right.
Little 3.5 point damage.
It's said that we saw that damage and weren't like, that's unrealistic.
Exactly.
Okay,
You're all like,
so
Because it was part of the course.
if Annie takes her armor off,
Yeah.
that's the only reason why you can't fly carrying Annie is because of that armor.
Okay.
So if Annie doesn't have the armor on, in theory you can carry her.
Okay.
Or you can carry the armor. You just can't carry Annie and the armor.
Okay, so you de-armor. We get up there. Put it back on quickly before we go
Yes.
into that cave.
It takes like 10 to 15 minutes. I try to be quick about it in the morning so you don't notice. But it kind of
You need
takes
a
a while.
squire.
We're not going to go in there right away. We'll stay outside and hide you and hold up a little sheet so you can get dressed and go in.
What a
Alright.
little sheet. She's not nude underneath that plate mail.
I imagine
God,
it is.
that would be so chafing. Can you imagine?
Ouch.
That's how people draw.
Yeah, there's a
female
gambeson and all that
battle.
under there, thankfully.
Yeah,
All that is padding.
just her skivvies.
This plan notwithstanding.
Nude in plate mail. No, thank you.
Cyrano, come over here for a second.
Sure.
You seem to not want to do this at all forever. We should probably get on the same page about what we are doing and why. Because every time we talk about this, you seem to be a Debbie Downer. Yes.
Because I have preservation of my own life. That's a downer?
No, not necessarily. It's just we've been on the same page through pretty much everything so far.
Huh?
And this is the one time you seem to not want to participate at all.
Well, up to this point, we haven't had to come face to face with a dragon, so there's that. That sort of
But
changes the game a bit. What'd you say?
We have fought literal devils and demons. Like,
Yeah, but they're like our size devils and demons.
these things are bigger than us.
Not the size of a dragon.
The dragon's just 3 of these things added together, size-wise,
Oh, that's it?
Now, we dealt with all 3 of them.
Right. And these things could breathe fire or lightning or whatever?
Well, we can mitigate the lightning. Remember,
these things could fly?
We would fight it in the cave where it's not flying.
Okay. Sure. It's that easy to kill a dragon?
No.
Oh.
Probably not.
Okay. I don't think it's a problem that I have... I would like to at least think about it. I'm not saying I'm not participating at all. I'm saying we shouldn't just run into the teeth of a dragon. Is that really that crazy?
So you don't want to go in the cave then?
Okay, see?
We're just trying to figure out what you want. I don't want to look behind me as I go into that cave and you be gone. So
when has that ever happened?
Literally just now. You ran away and hid without us.
And then what did I do?
I mean, to be fair, he does that every fight, but he does
Thank you!
fights.
Thank you! How do you not understand this?
You were asking him the same question, Alekma. Are we trying to figure out if he's going to fight or if he's just going to sit there?
Here's the difference. I'm actually asking for a conversation. You're asking to attack.
Thank you.
There's a difference. I
don't think so.
That look. I don't think so.
I'm not calling him a coward, basically.
Uh-huh.
Because he has fought in pretty much every engagement we've dealt with.
Sorry, I don't want to beat around the bush.
He just has a different way of fighting.
Very scaredy cat way. Okay, so let's be real then. Cyrano, what do you think we should do?
I think we should try to find some more information about what's going on. Isn't that what we said?
So go up in the cave, right?
And not fight the dragon? Sure.
Well, we're just gonna go up there. I didn't say anything about fighting it. I'm just making sure you're actually gonna go up there.
I never said I wasn't, did I?
I asked you, and then you started talking about other things.
I did?
You deflected.
So basically, Britannica, your idea is we go to the cave, we drag Annie in her skivvies up there, and then her armor, force her to spend 30 minutes getting in and out of her armor, encounter the dragon, but then run away?
No, I'm not going to we're not going to encounter it.
Well, what if we happen to encounter the dragon when we're in there?
Well then we'll sneak really good.
Oh, yeah?
Well, how else do you think we're going to get close to it? You don't think we're just going to wait for it to be sleeping? Like out in the open? That's not how it's going to work.
I can sneak fine.
I can sneak fine.
Yeah?
Look at Annie!
Right, you take her armor off and then she can sneak fine.
Oh, so she's going to go into a cave with a dragon without her armor on.
Well, we could put it back on and...
Right.
Tell him time out, hold on,
Can you do anything to make her quieter? I can make her not visible. Can you do anything to make her quieter?
I mean...
What if we tied pillows to her feet?
It's never your problem, Annie. Yes, pillow feet.
I mean, I technically could make her walk on air again, but her parts would still move.
My parts would still move.
No, come on. I have to imagine, Annie, you are meticulously oiled.
Yes, you can't be clinking around all the time. That would drive us insane.
Yes. It's like a rattle in the car when you can't quite pick it out. You're like,
the
what
Tin
is
Man
that?
out of Wizard of Oz.
So buy WD-40. Okay.
Okay.
And that's Wizard D40, by the way. It's fantasy.
Wizard D40.
Wizard D40.
Wizard Dragon 40. There it is. It's fantasy now.
Great job. So clever.
Here's my concern. We do all that to investigate the cave, not necessarily fight the dragon. What if it's smarter than us, gets a drop on us, and then we have to retreat? Annie would be unable to get down from where we had just meticulously climbed.
Okay, that's fair. Well, then what do you suggest we do?
Then what do we just push her off the cliffside? And I mean,
no.
How do you like? Hey, Annie, how do you like how they talk about you like this, huh? Isn't it annoying?
Quite disrespectful.
Yeah, isn't it? Thank you.
We are brainstorming.
Like
You
you're
all
not
are
even
welcome.
there.
When these two get going, like you're not even there, it's pretty disheartening, isn't it?
You're all welcome to spitball your own ideas here. We're just trying to figure this out. There's a cave up there. A cave that could have a dragon in it. Do we go to the cave or do we not go to the cave?
Do we know anything about dragons, by the way? I don't.
If the cave entrance is small, it probably opens up into a bigger cave, and maybe it can't fly around so much, but I don't know how. I think we just really need to get in there and investigate, and maybe even...
Exactly.
maybe even you, Alekma, just disguised as a spider just to tell us what's in there, and then we can plan something.
Well, like, the dragon talked to us, right?
He did.
I mean, is it crazy to think we could just talk to it?
I mean, that's what I was thinking. Maybe we could be like, "Hey, do you want your tail thing back? Well, maybe we can help you out." It's like, don't
I'm
eat
sorry
their
we
cows.
all ambushed you out of the corn.
We were just.
Clearly
thought
we were just
attacking
messing
a
around, otherwise we'd have hurt you,
stupid
which
animal.
we didn't do at all, so... Except for that guy who stabbed you with the spear, but that was him, not us.
But don't dragons love making deals? Can't we, like, offer him something else?
Hey,
Maybe more
Dragon's
valuable?
Den, apparently so. Offer him a good investment opportunity.
Yes. Real estate.
Real estate.
Cyrano.
I got it.
We'll have him relocate.
I worry about trying to negotiate with a dragon that threatened to kill a bunch of people on a farm because we meddled.
Well, maybe he was just mad.
Well, it certainly caused a rainstorm out of nowhere with its lightning. I mean...
Can you turn into, like, a sexy dragon?
I've said that before.
Oh, did you? Okay.
I remember.
Wait, you said you didn't see a dragon, so you couldn't, but now you have seen a dragon. Can you?
It would be a really small dragon, if at all.
Well,
A baby
mean,
dragon?
I don't think it would be at all
Lovely.
imposing and or sexy. I
yeah,
mean,
what if you came to the dragon and was like, hey,
A cute
you're my
baby
dad.
dragon. Yeah.
And then you gotta take care of me.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, I
is it a
finally
boy
found you,
dragon?
Dad.
Maybe you're a vegetarian baby dragon, and so he loves you so much he learns to also be a vegetarian dragon
look,
to take care of you.
we all know beef is delicious.
I like my
That's not
idea
gonna
the
work.
best because my idea is the most practical idea, don't you think?
And what is
Alekma
that
being a
idea?
spider?
Alekma turns into something little like a spider, just crawls in the cave and tells us what he sees.
I love it.
You do know we have a literal assassin in our party that is much stealthier than me.
But you're a
spider's
spider.
probably stealthier than an
Well,
assassin.
what if it wants to
Well,
eat the
I don't
spider?
know.
How big is... I'm thinking like a tiny little spider. Is it a big spider?
Well, I can't go into tiny yet. It's a magic a little beyond me to
Oh,
shrink.
man. So it's me, isn't it?
I can,
It's... That's too bad.
I mean, I
Oh,
could
that is
do.
very too bad.
Yep, I guess.
It's me. It's me, isn't it?
I mean, I'd obviously go with you in whatever stealthy animal guys I could do.
You can make a quicker getaway, Cyrano, with your little blinky thing.
Yeah.
Then, even if he gets spotted,
See,
Then you-
be
then-
I'm
squashed.
gonna be sick. I'm gonna be sick.
Then you talk to it.
yes, then
Oh!
you can try to see if he
Ugh.
has reason
Uh.
in his dragon heart.
I got real
I think
sick all of a sudden.
If it sees you, you
So
blink
you are
away.
scared.
To go head to head with a freaking dragon.
I mean, if
yes!
I could do it, you know,
You
I
can,
would
go ahead.
No, I'm not sneaky enough.
You just
You're
you
the
just
sneakiest one.
told me how sneaky you were. That you're
You were the
as sneaky as I was.
sneakiest. No,
You just
no.
told
You're
me.
the sneakiest. You can blink away. It makes sense. Everybody agrees, right? Everybody agrees?
So you're not as sneaky as me.
Mhm.
Say it.
I'm not as sneaky as you.
Okay, perfect. Well,
All right,
looks like I
well.
got a job to do, gang.
Perfect.
I think before we do any of that, we should maybe fly around the cave entrance to see if there's any other settlements or life, because
Right.
something did put that stinger on it, unless it did, which I don't know if it could technically do that. So something is clearly possibly working with it.
That's what I think.
So maybe there's a settlement around it.
Okay, do you want me to fly around and look some more?
I mean, I could fly too with you.
Okay. Let's
Search together.
You know, turn
Do
into
that.
a birdie.
And turn into a little birdie.
Okay. So, Britannica and Birdekma are gonna take off and go scout, leaving Annie and Cyrano behind. What do you two want to do while you're down here on this ledge? Oh,
I'm
by
gonna start
yourself.
taking
Play a
my
little patty
armor
cake.
off
Oh, that too.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, you gonna start taking your armor off? Okay.
while playing patty cake.
yes.
Okay. Alrighty. Off you do fly then. Let's. Do. And let me grab a bird. Let me grab a bird real quick. Okay. All right. Yeah, so you guys scout up to the edge where the kind of big open cave mouth is, directly in front of it. Now, once you get up here and you are that much closer, you can see that there are, in fact, some large metal hooks that have been placed along the front entrance. Like big, huge, big kind of circular metal anchor points. Like maybe you could tie a rope to them and lower it down, or possibly lower a ladder down using those as anchors or something like that. But from here, that's about all you can really tell.
Interesting. Okay. I'm definitely not making a noise. Like a bird noise.
Are you sure?
Yeah. No, I don't want like a bolt of lightning to come out of that cave entrance. Can I fly to the... so you said there's hooks, but there's no rope on the hooks.
Correct.
It's just the hooks in the thing. Okay, so I am going to like wind my way down to the base to see if I see footsteps or anything, signs of life for those hooks in operation, right? Like...
So you're going to like fly right near the cave entrance, but not actually go in it?
No, I'm talking like below the cave entrance on the grounds.
Oh, okay. So you like fly down to the base.
Down. Yeah, if people did use a ladder or ropes, is there evidence of people walking below the entrance?
Okay. All right. Give me a spot check, Birdie.
No, I'm not making sense. A beautiful 22.
Okay. Yeah, so what you actually find at the bottom, you do find a couple of pieces of, like, no more than probably about half a foot long, but kind of frayed, tarnished rope down there. As well as, at the very base down there are 2 more sets of these metal rings put into the ground.
What's Britannica doing? Because I guess I just flew down without... I can't tell her what I'm doing. So.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for you kind of away so that I'm not spotted.
Can you see me?
Can I see him?
I mean, if you're looking down, yeah, I mean, you'll see the little bird.
Yeah, I'm
there.
watching for you.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, then you're just going to see this.
A bird flapping.
Flapping his wings, like, not flying, but flapping.
Okay,
I'm not going to fucking point with my wings. That's just stupid.
I'll go closer so I can look at what you're looking at.
Okay. All right. Yeah,
Okay.
so you go zoom down to the bottom and you're able to see the same things.
Okay.
And there's 2 sets. There are like 2 here that are about this far apart. And then there's 2, maybe a couple of feet over, that are the same distance apart. Probably about 2 foot apart with a 2-foot gap between them.
Okay. Well. Just gonna look at your little birdie dumb face.
I absolutely tilt my head like I'm trying to communicate something. But being a bird, I can't because I'm a fucking bird.
What do you want me to do? You want me to go down there? Are you kidding me? You go down there. You're a dumb little bird. They're gonna see me and they're gonna come out. Fly away. Yeah, you can fly away too, dum-dum. Get down there. I'll push you.
I'm just gonna take off again. Just kind of circle back up to the cave entrance.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, Gore, question.
Yeah?
Can I see them, like, arguing with each other on who's too afraid to go down there by any chance?
You
No,
can't
you
see them
can't.
from where you
Damn
guys
it,
are.
okay.
Yeah, y'all, they're way away from y'all.
Fine. Just pointing that out.
Yep.
If he flies away, I'll huff a little bit and then I'll go down closer and see if I can see what's in there a little more because I have dark vision. So I don't
So you want to kind of like get level with it and look down into it.
just see what I can see from the first little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I have low light vision, so I do the same, obviously, but not happily.
Yeah, it's a long, kind of like long, dark tunnel that just goes back further than both of you can see. And there's no sign of light, or no visual signs of light or anything back there.
Can I hear anything coming from there?
I don't know. Can you? Give me a listen check.
Can I? Okay. Listen, Linda, listen. Oh boy.
Ooh.
Yikes.
You can't hear shit.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, up here with it being a cave, like an open cave mouth, and you're up high in the mountains, probably mostly all you can really hear is like...
Yeah, the wind. Is it large enough for me to fly into comfortably, or am I
easily.
going to be clipped?
No, you can easily fly into it.
All right, I'm going to look at Alekma again, and I'm going to go, all right, we're going to do the bubble. Come with me?
You just see me with
That's
my
the
wings
second
go.
time that you used that today, then, huh?
Yes.
You just see me with the wings go. You first.
Little wings. Stupid. Okay, I'm going to invisibility sphere us and head in a little bit more. See what I can
Okay.
see.
Yeah, flying with her.
But give me a second to
Kill us.
do this. Well, I'm going to have to describe this to you because...
I don't have a thing for it.
No, I
didn't
do,
think
but
we'd be
it's
this
a
dumb.
dynamic lighting map. So I can't put a Lekma on it because, well, I can, but okay. So you're flying in. Once you fly inside, so I'm gonna let's see. You kind of fly into the entrance. Immediately, you're aware that it opens up to the left to another chamber. You can see two dark-skinned dwarves sitting in the dark on a stone bench. One clutching a crossbow, and the other one just sitting there, looking very dour with a hammer and a shield.
Okay. Do they
Being
look
that you've made
injured at all?
no sound, they haven't done anything at this point, but it continues to go way past them.
Okay.
Give me a spot check.
Go.
Nice.
Okay. Just to the north of them, at the edge of like a large rock where the alcove seems to kind of curve around, you can see a wooden frame with a huge brass bell and a hammer hanging from a chain next to the bell. Again,
Okay.
it is pitch black in here. Like, these things clearly do not need to see in daylight. The corridor continues way on. Do you want to keep going forward?
How? As I don't want to be in there too long because I don't want it to run
I mean,
out,
it starts
so-
to curve around to the right.
Would I be able to peek and still have enough time to get out, or am I knowing
you can
that
probably peek
I've
and
gone
take a
a little too
glance.
far? Okay, and I'm gonna go around the right a little bit to see if I can see around the bend.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you glance around the corner, again, it seems to open up into a larger, much larger cavern. However, you can see what appears to be a fabricated stone building in there. Like a square stone structure with like slate roofed tiles. Give me another listen check, you two, now you're this far in.
Me as well?
Yep.
Alright.
Okay. Now, further back, you can definitely hear a like metal clanging against metal, like ting 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 ting. It almost sounds like someone's like working an anvil or something like that.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna look at Alekma and be like, and then softly get us out of there if nice and quiet.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Pretty
we've
much.
seen what we need to see.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, I wanted to see if do those dwarves look injured or hurt, or are they just like they're taking a break from whatever they're up to
They look
there?
like they're on guard duty, to be honest.
Okay, gotcha. Just wanted to make sure what their
Yep.
condition was. Okay. And we're out.
Yeah.
What did you... Oh, okay. Britannica, your spot check was 26. Okay. The other thing you would have noticed is on the bell, on you know that there is actually like a dragon's head embossed on it.
Okay.
Yep.
Now we know.
Okay.
Okay.
You're flying back to your buddies.
Yep.
Yes.
We're gonna return to the group.
Okay. Yep. So by now, you have removed your armor, and are you staying in bird form, or are you gonna?
No, I'm gonna change back. when
Okay.
we return.
Alrighty. Yep. Okie dokie. So yeah, they come floating back down, and Alekma transforms in front of you back into a ugly grey thing.
Thanks. Thanks, Jason.
You were much prettier when you were a small bird.
So nice.
Okay.
Okay. Well, they have a pet dragon.
They?
Um,
So it's dwarves, right?
Dark-skinned dwarves, yes.
Let's see. Do you have knowledge? Anyone have knowledge dungeon?
I don't think I have a 1 in that.
Nope, no ranks in Knowledge Dungeon.
No ranks for me.
Okay.
Either.
I mean, I could use my special, couldn't I?
Yeah.
Or do I need the 1 rank in it?
Nope. You can apply. You can do your divine thing and get 10 ranks automatically.
Okay.
For the
Yeah,
one.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna use my special again.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, you know so much about that.
Natural 20!
He has a habit of rolling 20s on these.
I love it. Nice.
I
Okay.
know what they are.
Seeking divine knowledge, from wherever this knowledge tends to come from. So, yeah. The information floods into your brain out of nowhere. So basically, these are duergars. They are known as grey dwarves or dark dwarves. Typically, they carve out an existence in dark, unpleasant places like the Underdark or volcanoes. Their kinship to other dwarven subraces could be compared to the same as drow would be to elves. They are despicable and hated by such things. You know that they have a natural ability to somehow enlarge themselves. So while they can appear as small dwarves, they have a natural like just an innate ability to just suddenly grow huge, and in combat that can help make them quite fearsome. They're a very hard and grim-hearted race, and generally they have an affinity for mining and doing the same sort of things that other dwarves do. But they're generally a cruel and malevolent kind of race. Other things that they can do, let's see. Let me tell you if I can tell you some more about them. As soon as you rolled so high, I'm sure I can tell you more. They naturally see in the dark. That's pretty obvious. You know that they cannot be paralyzed. They're immune to poisons. They're very hardy, which makes them difficult to hurt with physical means or physical magics. Also, you know that they have a natural ability to go invisible, making them a particularly unpleasant foe. However, you also know that they are particularly sensitive to light, and they get dazzled in bright sunlight or within the radiance of daylight. They're fairly quiet when they want to be, and typically are very well adept using their war axes or dwarven Urgosh weapons. They're organized, and generally speaking, know how to utilize tactics and work as a team. Is there anything more specific you can think of that you want to ask?
I mean, do they have a natural connection to dragons, or is that? I mean,
not necessarily, but they are known to be in the employment of powerful denizens and stuff like that. So it is entirely it's unlikely that they are slaves of a dragon, because they're too proud. But they could very well be in the employment of a dragon, or working with a dragon if it had some kind of strong symbiotic or mutual benefit to them.
All right, so I will, of course, relay all this information as you have told me. I don't want to just repeat myself entirely.
Yeah.
And then mentioned that it would seem that these dwarves created the stinger, as dwarves are good at metalworks and the like, right? So it makes sense.
Wait, so who works for who?
It would seem that these dwarves work for the dragon.
So it's not their pet.
Wonder how many there are.
How many did you see?
2.
Okay.
Well, we heard more further in.
Yes. They're probably the ones who put that thing on it. They're probably pretty mad we messed it up. But we can talk to dwarves, right? Like, we can...
These things are not... They're not going to be friendly in the slightest.
They are inherently evil. They're an inherently evil race.
Oh.
Yeah, there's no negotiating with these things. It would seem if we go in there, we'd have to take them by surprise and be as stealthy as possible, because they can become invisible like you can, and double their size, become larger.
Great.
Which would be more problematic, just if we were to fight them head on.
So there's a bell in there, next to the 2?
Yes.
So if we took the bell out of the equation, I wonder if we would be able to sneak through.
You think it's some sort of an alarm bell?
It has to be, right?
Right? Well, or we could call the dragon or something.
Yes.
I mean, we'd have to deal with the two guarding.
That's easy.
If there's like dozens and dozens and dozens more of them, and then a dragon at the end of that.
What if we just go back to town and tell them they need to move because there's a bunch of evil dwarves and dragons here and there's nothing we can do about it? Is that out of the question?
No?
It's their mountain. They were probably here first.
Yes.
Who are we to disrupt a perfect symbiotic relationship going on in the mountain? Just because this stupid town decided to settle here.
So, dragon destroys the farmland in a day or two, and then it'll have to go elsewhere. So they just take over more and more lands, do more and more destruction.
Is that what they do, or do they just, don't want them
You
that
really
close
think-
to their territory?
Dragons probably aren't ever satisfied. They're gonna keep hunting and killing, and if we can do something about it, we should.
So we're back to killing the dragon, which is what I thought we weren't going to do.
Maybe. We have to sit here and put our noggins together and come up with a plan, but we know what we're
Takes
dealing with.
forever, Annie. At least 40 minutes.
Being smart sometimes takes some, thinking and brainstorming.
So we're going to uproot this entire colony.
That is clearly up to no good.
Evil humans. And a dragon.
Dwarves, but maybe if we can somehow get the dragon and not have to fight the dwarves, that's cool too.
So we're just gonna let these monstrosities survive
Right.
because we're not good people.
Are they truly monsters? Can they not be bargained?
They are monsters.
I haven't met one, so... Sometimes even evil people can strike deals,
Yeah, maybe they just want their area of the mountain left alone so they can harvest it and do what they want to do with their evil creatures.
So we're back to trying to talk to them.
I just think that if the town just maybe moves over, I don't know, like a couple other spaces over, maybe the dragon will bother them.
I don't think that's how this works. We know for a fact that the dragon said, I am going to destroy that farm.
Right, but only because we kind of maybe sort of attacked it.
It's been attacking that farm for a long time now.
It's been taking a couple cows. The only reason anyone got hurt was because they got cocky about it. Maybe
So-
if they just put their cows out for it to take, and we all agree that that's the deal and don't change it, and no little kids getting any bright ideas, no heroes, it'll be fine. Then we can get back to our...
I hate to say this, Britannica, but I'm going to.
I know.
You sound like a devil at this point.
I don't...
Your logic.
I am not a devil. Annie's right. What if
You
these
do
are just
not
people?
sound angelic at all.
They're
If
just
this is
living
what
their
I've been-
lives in
Has
the
she ever?
mountain, doing their thing.
I've been letting a lot of it go because we're trying to do something.
Okay, well, until those angels come down here and be like, oh yeah, you're great, wonderful, we're going to swoop you back up into your heavens, I'm going to do what I need to do to survive. And that is leaving those things alone.
But why would we?
Huh.
That's interesting because that sounds
We-
exactly like Cyrano.
Have a
Thank you!
No, because we have a much more important thing to take care
now
of.
we have a much more important thing to take care of.
The one that I have been trying to get us to do this entire time, and you all want to keep doing these little things.
But then you deviated with an agreement to deal with a wyvern, which turned out to be a dragon.
But if
How
you
did
also
that-
recall, that was because he gave you some information on good faith. He told you ahead of time about the fact that there was something hiding inside the tavern magically. Because you knew that the wizard was hiding there. Remember the other wizard in the
Yeah.
keep? And He said, "Can I trust you that you will carry through on your part of the bargain?" You basically said, "Yeah, sure." So he gave you that information. That's why you're taking care of... In theory, that was why you were taking care of the wyvern.
Okay.
We're
Dragon.
taking care of the wyvern, which isn't a wyvern, it's a dragon.
Which
and
he also
maybe
did tell you that.
we can take care of it a different way. He has to be flexible.
He didn't specify how you stop it. He just... The whole point is, over the past several weeks, this wyvern has, for some reason, just started to terrorize the neighborhood.
Right.
It's been coming down from the mountains and attacking the farms, which it never used to do before. They'd never had that problem.
Thank you, Man in the Sky, for reminding them.
Yeah. So...
So, what if we just figure out another deal to get these things to hunt somewhere else? Leave this town alone, and then he'll be happy, they'll be happy, and we can all go on our way. Maybe we go in there as disguised as evil people as well, and we make a deal with them.
Oh, like we did with Nutbutt.
Yes.
And that worked. Kind of.
Sort of.
I mean, it did.
Mm-hmm.
Now you need is a bunch of potions that will turn you into a dwarger.
Wow.
And headbands.
Nip down to the potion shop. 4 dwargers, please.
I don't know how often they switch out the guard in the front, but if there's some way we can kidnap the two and try to get information on why the dragon's hunting that far out, it could help us have leverage, but I don't know, when the next 2 guards are gonna switch out. I don't know how much time we'd have.
And how do we kidnap them if they can do all of those things that Alekma said?
Well, it sounds like they don't like light, and if there's anything I'm good at, it's light.
I mean, I could create similar light effects.
Yeah, I could flash them.
Yeah.
But all of that would let them know that we're there, right?
Well, maybe we do that once we get them, to keep them subdued. But then how willing are they going to be to talk?
Can any of us communicate with them?
Good question. I don't...
I highly doubt they speak Golka, which is my native language.
No, I can't talk to them.
What about Draconic? Do they speak that?
I mean, if they made a deal with one, probably. That's...
I know a few things, like, where's the library?
Well, the dragons...
Something bibliothèque, right?
They either have to speak some kind
My
of
name
common
is...
or Draconic, because the dragons spoke common to us, so they either speak common or they can speak Draconic. So if
Okay.
if you know Draconic, then you should be able to
I
speak to them.
haven't done it in a while, but I'll try my best.
Okay.
Do we have any more of that poison, Cyrano?
Didn't you say they were resistant to poison?
Did I say that?
Yeah, didn't you
yes.
say that?
Mine. I was in my
Dwarves are
trance.
completely immune to poison and
They're
paralysis.
fucking dwarves. That's right.
I don't have any anyways. It was all on the back of that cow. Slather that baby up.
All your poison in one cow.
So the idea is we try to kidnap one.
Probably,
Well,
Dwarger nap.
both.
Because
Kidnap
and then
one,
do
the
something
other
about
will
the
know.
bell. We have to get rid of the bell too, just in case.
How do we propose you do that?
Wait, why are we kidnapping it?
for information.
I see.
We're going to torture it with light until it tells us why the dragon is hunting that town.
My fear is if we try to snatch one, it'll just get big, right? Or go
Yes.
invisible.
I know.
How do we stop that?
If
Well,
we
that-
stun them with light, could we tie them up with rope at that point, or can they still?
Well, they
do
could
their
get
thing?
big.
Yeah, and just break the rope.
Ah, these dwarves.
Yeah, exactly.
Down their dwarvish eyes.
We just need to hold them for a little, because I have a spell that can make them tell the truth if we can somehow figure it out.
what if we tied like a wire around its neck? And that way, if it grew, it would just like pop its head off, you know?
Oh, my.
I mean, think about it. Think about it.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
Uh-huh.
It's
Do you have a wire?
terrible.
Oh, yeah, to choke people out with.
Okay, so we do that?
I'm just saying, I mean,
Pop the
I
old
think that would
garrote
work.
around the neck, pull it tight.
yeah, and if it grew, just go, you know?
It just pops it.
Tell them, hey, if you grow, bud, see ya.
I mean, it's that or trying to incapacitate them in some other way, and I don't know what else will work besides decapitation by wire.
Not
I
the first
mean-
time I've done it.
There is a spell that could potentially stop their invisibility from working.
What?
It's a spell that I have that could make it not work as efficiently.
None of you have like a tiny spell?
Most of those only work on plants. For me.
Do they work on bells?
Isabella plants.
Well, I just thought
are.
objects.
Bluebells.
Bluebells, yeah.
Man in the sky, shut up!
Bluebells are plants.
Stop correcting me, man in the sky. Okay?
Man in the sky says, "Hey, I gave you all the information in the first place."
I gotta handhold you.
Bell peppers, right? Yep.
Bell pepper.
Bell bottoms.
Just maybe if we can make it a tiny bell, then maybe the dragon won't be able to hear it.
Or
We
if
could
you
just...
can cut the tongue off somehow.
Oh, yeah, that'll work on the communication front. What are we gonna do? Pictionary?
No, I meant on the bell.
Yeah, I can imagine the Danny would be saying, cut the tongue off. Now who seems... Your god does not believe in you anymore. Okay, well, Cyrano's plan is not a bad idea. It's terribly vicious, and I like it. I can speak to them. We snatch them up. We do something to the bell to dismantle it. Can you melt it?
Did you
The
move
bell?
stone around?
Is it made up? It's made out of metal.
Elecma? Right, but is it next to stone? Can you encase it in stone?
I don't know if it'll be enough. I think just removing the tongue of the bell would be sufficient, right?
Then they could just slam an axe on it still. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, if you remember, it wasn't a ringing type bell; it was a banging type bell
Oh, dang it.
because it had the little hammer hanging off the chain.
Right.
No hammer, no sound. So wait, you don't...
I mean, if we put a boulder or a large rock next to it, I might be able to shape it into an encasing thing if there's enough of it.
But isn't it right next to a wall? Is the wall stone?
What if you made another bell out of stone that they then are confused and they don't know which one to hit?
I mean, my fear is that they could just break through the stone of whatever I make if it's not thick enough. I mean, I've never tried to encase something with my stone shaping.
Well, we could test it out tonight and wait till tomorrow to do this.
Took you a day to get here. You wait till tomorrow.
Oh, shit.
That's 2 days. Which in dragon time means he's going back to burn the shit out of that farm, to fry that farm tomorrow.
Okay.
So you can, but just making sure you're aware of the current time.
Okay.
Of course, he could have been lying. He could have been bluffing. Maybe he has no intentions of going back to that farm.
What else could we do? Did it seem like you could pick the bell up even if it was heavy? just hide
Spell
it.
was probably about, about 2 foot by maybe 1.5 foot. I mean, it was a big bell, but certainly carryable by someone with any strength.
Okay, so
Probably makes a good bonging sound.
we either carry it out or hide it. So it's not... Or just move it so they don't get to it very quickly.
Okay, but the only problem I see now is that some of these spells I need to prepare, and that would require rest, which means tomorrow. I mean, or we could go in.
Well, if you rested now, and then went straight after you rested and went straight to task, you'd have a number of hours. But you wouldn't have, like, all day. Depending, again, on... I mean, the dragon didn't say, at 3:27 p.m. I shall
On the
burn...
football field.
Yeah.
I mean, like, what if we get there at 6 a.m. and he's like, all right, I'm an early riser dragon, let's go.
Basically, it's like,
He's just like,
hey,
oh.
I've got a cow, I'm going to eat the cow. In a couple of days, I'm going to get hungry, and when I come back to get another cow, this time, I'm flattening the thing.
Gotcha.
That's basically the gist of it. Yep.
So we rest now and then head right there. I mean, I have daylight spells, and I can get the other spells ready, and we can...
I think that's best. I need to rest as well to get some more invisibility in case we need it. Which
All
we
right,
likely will.
sounds good.
Okay.
All right, put all your armor back on, Annie, and go to bed.
I'm gonna sleep without the armor then.
Of course.
Finally.
This is not a particularly safe place up here, so you may get visited by other bad things in the night.
Fine, I'll sleep in my armor. I will take the 20 minutes to put it back on.
You could have been doing it this whole time, but it's fine.
I think that is our plan, Gore.
Okay.
We have a plan.
All right.
Oh my god.
Oh, shit.
I'm going to move... well, no, these are still here, so I'm going to leave these. Unless you're doing something with them, I'll leave those two there. Okay. Alrighty. There is a 25% chance that something will show up this evening, or while you rest. This is not a particularly safe place. You already know it is crawling with hideous, dangerous things. So, camping up here is nowhere near guaranteed safe. So let's make a dice roll and see. 25% or less, and you are going to get a random encounter. Which I don't do very often, but up here it would be applicable.
No, don't look so happy about it.
I'm not, because it'll just slow things down. 56, you're lucky. Okay. You get away with it.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you will hear the scurrying of things up in the mountains. You'll hear strange, hideous bellowing sounds and lots of other stuff. And it is not a comfortable night. It is kind of cold and windy and not pleasant up here, and the ground is rocky and hard. But you will get a rest. Which means by tomorrow morning, you are ready to go on your merry way. So, how do you plan on getting everybody to the cave entrance? Well, what is your game plan, I guess?
We don't have a game plan.
I heard a bunch of theory about how you want to do something.
We do, so
I guess the question is, how do you wish to proceed? What is the first step?
Annie's gonna remove armor. Right?
Yes.
I'm gonna carry either Annie or her armor up, and then Alekma, you can spider and do the other?
Sure.
And then Cyrano, are you able to climb up, or are you gonna need assistance as well?
Depend. I mean, I haven't seen it. I can climb decently, but
Well, two things of note. The that little guard alcove was pretty close to the entrance.
Okay.
So it's
So
not
not
very
gonna be-
far in at all. If you got them to the bottom of that ledge, it's about 100 feet sheer straight up to get to it.
Can I fly you up there, let you look at it, and then you come back down and blink up to it?
I can't blink 100 feet.
Oh.
I mean, you can definitely carry him up there. The only issue you're going to have is there's no way to get everybody up there at once.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to
Yeah.
figure out here. Well, anyone? Ideas?
Well, you could fly up, right?
Mm-hmm.
With me, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can knock one of them off the edge, right?
Okay. One of the guards, you mean?
Uh-huh.
If they're there.
Right. Well, you said there's 2, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
but they're
but they're,
not
like,
right at the edge.
inside.
They're kind of in a little bit in a side alcove.
Yeah, they're not like staying right there. I can go up, leave you there, you hide.
Uh-huh.
And be very, very quiet.
Then I
Very
carry Annie up without the armor, and you carry the armor.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And then I get up there.
How are you going to carry Annie up?
A spider form, large spider, and then climb up the rock face. I'm relatively strong too, right?
You are. What's the strength of that spider form?
103.
That's a lie of sorts.
Super spider.
Super spider is no, it's 15.
That's still enough to carry an unarmored Annie. I think.
Yes.
Let's see. I'll tell you.
I mean, my character is 16. When
15. Yes, I don't think well, I don't know. 67 to 133 pounds. Annie probably doesn't weigh 133 pounds. Well, maybe she... How strong and what's Annie's strength and constitution?
You're muted, Jane.
Probably just can't hear me. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Her strength is 16, her con is 12. So she probably weighs more than 130.
Yeah, she's probably a pretty hefty, muscle-bound lass, so she probably does weigh more.
150 maybe.
So 15's not enough to carry Annie up there.
What about the armor?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I just web it to my back and scurry up.
There you go.
Yeah, breastplate weighs
Yeah, then Britannica can carry
30.
her.
I think you'll find that you can do.
What if Cyrano holds a helmet?
No.
You can. Yep, you can carry the armor.
I'll carry the armor.
And I'll take Annie.
Yep. They'll just have to tie it to you somehow, and you'll
Well, I got my webbing. You know, I just
Just make a little web backpack.
web it up. Okay, yeah, but you can do that. Okay. So the initial plan is, I guess you're going to get everybody there first, right, at the base?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then let's do that part first.
Great.
Okay.
this is gonna go horribly.
What? No.
Right.
I just have a
All of our
feeling.
plans work so well.
So you guys are all down here at the bottom initially. And as I said, from the ground all the way up to the top is about... You're going to have wings out, so... Okay. So Annie's going to have... Annie sans plate mail. Alekma turns into a spider. So what order are you guys going to do this?
So I'm going to take Cyrano up first and
Okay.
drop him off.
Just fly him up there and drop him off? Or are you invisibility to drop him off up there?
Not invisible yet, right? 'Cause
Yeah, no, because they're inside the cave. So I'll go cautiously
Uh-huh.
so I can see if they're outside the cave before we approach. If I can do that,
Right.
'cause I don't want to use it if I don't need to.
Let me tell you, footage-wise. Oh, what the? Oh, okay, I picked it up somehow. That's weird. What is going on with Roll20? It's freaking out.
It doesn't like our plan.
No, Roll20 is completely freaking out. Okay, so... The opening is only about 25 feet in. And you know that they have dark vision. So,
Okay.
I mean, it would not take much for them to
See us.
take a few steps and peer out the exit or out the entrance or whatever and see you. So,
Do I?
but they may not.
Is there a spot where I can drop off Cyrano that he's going to be able to hide then, even without me?
If he stays on the left side of the wall and does his best rock, I am a stone wall impression. But again, night vision, being night vision,
Yeah.
they can see very well in the dark. So it's going to come down to how well he hides. But he totally can do that.
Well,
He's a talented sneak.
Yeah, I can be.
do you think you can manage if I just drop you off up there on your own?
Manage as in just stay very still and try to hide? Sure. I can try. I mean,
so that I
yes.
don't.
But if you start hearing, noises and fights and stuff, help.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll do my
Yes,
best.
I don't want to use anything that I don't have to if you can manage it. So,
I will do my best.
okay. All right, then I'm just going to take him up as close to that edge so that we're not spotted
Interesting.
as I can as well.
All right. Let's see. It's an end spot. It's an end spot. It's an end spot. Okay. Alright, give me your hide roll, Cyrano.
Okay. Here we go. Nice and easy hide roll here. Ba-boom!
22.
That was almost a
for a
one.
second.
I know. I was like,
The scream! Oh god.
We just see Cyrano jumping out of the
Right? He
cave.
thought, ha here!
100 feet! Whee!
I did it! I made it!
Take me to your leader!
And give me your move silently roll, because both could come into play.
Okay. This should be better. Yes.
Go.
Okay, alright. So for chat, here is their listen check, and they have got to beat a 28 to hear him. Okay. Alright, so Cyrano, you are in there, kind of crouched on the left-hand side, as quietly and as hidden as you possibly can, pulling yourself into a tiny little ball and pressing yourself up against the side of the wall. Okay. So you fly back down, and you don't hear any screaming or ringing of bells.
They killed him silently. Just on either side.
Okay.
I will shape into a spider, and Annie has been putting her armor on top of me, I guess, and webbing it to my body. While that's been happening.
My body.
This is one hell of a plan. Don't look at me, I'm hideous.
You could just spin them in your silk.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay. And you're taking the armor up,
Yes.
and okay. And then, so are you staying in spider form once you're up there?
I probably change back.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
obviously, I don't want the armor to like clatter to the floor as I watch it. So I probably would actually wait until it's taken off of me. So it could be.
Yeah.
So
All right. Okay. So putting armor on is not the quietest thing to do. I mean, as soon as you start picking the metal pieces up, you'll be hearing them like and sliding and stuff like that. Do you wish to continue with that plan, or on...
I'm not putting the armor back on. Yeah.
You're not going to put it on? Okay.
So just put it on the grounds
Yeah.
for later, right?
Okay.
Gingerly,
So maybe...
one at a time.
So basically you want to try to deal with this immediate situation first and
Yes.
then worry about that. Okay,
I lightly
well...
kiss my
I think that
shield.
is about a perfect place. It's right at 10:30 on the dot.
Oh,
Perfect place for us to stop
here.
tonight.
Oh!
So, yeah. All right. Love it.
Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. When I'm not playing a tree-hugging druid on How We Roll, I'm Shagget. You can follow me on twitch.tv/Shagget, where I stream casually, or on Twitter, if you can figure this out, at eneb_convos. How's that for laziest outro ever? My ass sass. See you guys.
Jane? Jane, what are you doing? You gotta record your outro. Jane? She's dead.
Hi! Jane's dead, but it's me, Jane the Spooky Ghost. You can follow me on my spooky adventures at Jane on Twitch with a 0. That's it. I'll talk to you guys later when you're dead. Please.
What's up, everyone? It's your boy, the Snuggler. Oh man, is it my third campaign already? If you guys do want to follow me, I'm pretty active on Twitter at MattySweetTweet. And if this didn't scratch your D&D itch, Chris Tassix and I have a new podcast coming out. You can find out more information about that if you go to www.newcritsontheblock.com. Jane put it right there for everyone to see. We hope you guys go and check it out and enjoy it. Until next time.
Hi, friends and fans. It's me, Christy. Okay, that's good. I'm new and scared, like a lost little baby bear cub in big spooky woods of streaming. But luckily, my mentors Snugs and Jane are here to guide me through with grace and wisdom and beauty and muscles and beauty again, but mostly muscles. Jane said I could promote my art and my D&D podcast. That's all I can say about that, because she also said that hogging the spotlight is selfish and ugly. So, thanks for everything, Snugs and Jane. This is Crispy, saying sayonara.
Hi there, I'm Gorbad. Welcome to the Orc's Nest. I'm the Dungeon Master here on How We Roll, and if you'd like to follow me personally, you can do so on Twitter at Gorbad. Check out thedmblog.com for all things Dungeon Master and Dungeons & Dragons related. And of course, you can follow me on twitch.tv/Gorbad. Also, guys, don't forget to keep up with all things How We Roll. Follow us on Twitter at How We Roll. Check out the website www.howweroll.com, and make sure you follow us on YouTube as well. Cheers, guys.